was 6 years old, my parents asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I told them I wanted to be a lion. Obviously, that dream didn't come true because I work in the oil industry and because there's no way for me to actually turn myself physically into a lion. After taking a career assessment, it made me wonder if what I'm working towards isn't the ideal job for me and if I should consider its recommendations. To understand why I am thinking about changing my career goals, I'll be giving you the results of a career assessment, information on a career that was suggested, and my thoughts on how I think said job would go. The results from the assessment stated that the best type of position for me would be an administrative type of job that involves doing research. It said that the ideal job would be one where I get information and put it together for others to understand and make use of. Based on the style of working that I have, it recommended that I be an accountant, a compliance officer, a historian, an auditor, or a financial manager. Personally, these jobs sound really boring, and it's not something I'd be interested in doing. It's a lot of paying attention to detail, which I have no problem with, but that's not something I want to do every day. I would prefer to work in a place that is more flexible and that is constantly changing. Of the jobs that interested me the most, the one I picked was the historian to research. With that being said, here's some information about what a historian is and some points I found interesting. The job of a historian is basically to study events, ideas, institutions, and individuals of the past. For the most part, they use written records as evidence to support their claims, whereas archaeologists use actual physical objects. The subject matter that a historian uses is based on what interests them, since history is a wide field of study. On ehow.com, it said the percentage of historians that are employed by colleges and universities is about 70% and requires at least a master's degree and in some cases a doctoral degree. Some historians simply just write, edit history books, consult on TV shows and movies, or just stick to being teachers. The average pay for a historian starts at $44,000 a year and can go up from there based on the type of business that they're working in. The employment outlook from ehow.com also stated the job opportunities for a historian would increase slowly through 2014 and that every year there are 250 new job openings. For me, that sounds pretty good, and there's a good chance that maybe I could be a historian and make a pretty good living at it. As a historian, I could see myself more as a consultant or maybe even a writer, and I would make my own schedule. I wouldn't have a boss, I'd be my own boss, and I could pretty much just come and go as I please. On top of that, another interesting part of being a historian for me would be that you can travel all over the world. As a historian, I would be going from place to place, visiting significant historical landmarks, and even going to libraries to look at archives to get the research I need. I hope with the assessment results, the info on what a historian is, and my thoughts on the job of a historian, you can see why it's something I would consider doing. There's nothing wrong with getting information and being well informed if you're not happy with your current job situation. Taking a career assessment could help lead you to a better place, and it may actually prove to be the best thing to ever happen to you.